Legends, we are back, and I actually did a video the other day, and it got people talking, which is a good thing because it got people talking. I was like, well, what's your process and how you're doing things? 'Cause I've done a video like this like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but we're going to completely break it down again, and I'm gonna give you the perspective. Basically, when you're fresh out of just finishing the complete story, and you're going to your first intercept, which is going to be I think, why even guess, which is going to be executioner. Now, the interesting thing about executioner is he's going to give you gear for the very first free character that you get, which is bunny. uh I already showcased a little bit of Bunny, so we're not gonna do that. Like in the previous video, we already talked about it in general. We're gonna talk about the process on how you basically gear yourself up, and I'm simplifying it and kind of going quickly, but to kind of give you like a base on what you kind of need to do and going forward. Now, what ends up happening is that you should be able to get Executioner, Dead Bride, and Devour basically easy. Pyromaniac is where you're going to start to run into trouble with as a new player, because Pyromaniac needs everybody to just be on the same page. However, Devour is a very good thing to actually fight, and the reason being is that Devour is when you start to get a certain set of gear, which is literally the gear that will save your life through everything. You can put this gear on anybody in the game and it will work. And that gear is the Annihilation set. And the reason being is that it gives defense and HP. And then most importantly, kind of like the skill effect, the 2 set will basically give you 5.7% skill duration, which will help damn near everybody in the game, basically. And the 4 set is firearm attack, but firearm attack increase proportions to ratio max HP loss up to 26% when HP is 50% or lower. MP recovery 20 negative 22%. HP recovery of 16.4, for 10 seconds, basically. So you get increased HP recovery once you start to get injured. However, you do not necessarily want to go after using that. You want the 2 set on the bottom, because it's going to give you max HP. That's what you're looking for, and you're looking for whatever useful thing that you can actually get out. If you get HP on both right there, or like you said, I got a gold roll defense, which is excellent. MP recovery modifier was also excellent for especially a character like Viesa right there. And then this is just a roll. I have to get something better on this, which is just a piece I roll in general just to do it. So here's the thing. Whatever the character is now, for offensive sake, they're saying that now for offensive sake should be what the top 2 pieces are. And you see right there, chill power for her just happens to be max HP, which is very good. And then again, max HP, so you can get max HP on both of them if you're lucky. But you see, I got an MP roll, and both of them ended up being blue. I gotta get them purple or gold, and that would be even better as far as that. Now, what this essentially does is give you the ability, max HP all the way through, to be, no, we're not talking about this yet, to be more offensive in your skills, but still keep some defense. So you notice right here, and my mobbing, which this is a mobbing setup for her, I just have an increased HP and spear and shield. That's the only defense that she has right now, and that's just perfectly fine enough, because that gives increased defense right there, and then the max HP on that. And the magic number that you always are looking for is over 10k on health. But now with the defense, and because I did get a defense roll on some of the stats, I have 11k defense and 11k HP, which is perfect for an offensive character. Where I literally can go into invasions and be perfectly fine. I can do wave 10 in most defense missions and take a lot of hits before I actually go down. I can actually take stuff being beat beating up on me and actually resurrect somebody, which is what you want. If you cannot do that, if you can't go into Kuiper mining right now on wave 9 and 10 and take a hit, you're squishy. You're just squishy. You're supposed to be able to take a hit. You're supposed to be able to hold a whole wave by yourself. By yourself, hold a whole wave. If you cannot do that, you don't belong in Invasion. You're not gonna live. I'm just being real with you right now. Well, people don't want to hear that and stuff like that. And this is how right here. This doesn't take hours. What I just showed you right here. This doesn't take hours. This just takes you knowing where to farm this stuff. Now you don't. It depends on who you have right now and stuff like that. But you don't necessarily have to have chill. But what you want is you want this right here. The magic number is always 10,000 HP, 10,000 defense. Whatever you have over that, you're golden. Like this, whatever you have over this mark, the higher it gets, the better. You will be more tanky. If you were under that, you're squishy. You're going to get hit. You're going to die. You're not going to be able to do end game content because that is the barrier right there. And every single time that I looked at people, where people come talk to me and people ask me, because I've been saying it a lot on Twitter, I've been getting a lot of DMs, dog, how I get better. In my Discord, like on my videos, like I can't hang, like I don't understand what's going on. What's going on is that you're not at that mark. You're just not at this mark right here. And almost every single person that I have questioned, they're sitting like 5k HP and like almost no defense and like got shield on and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, no wonder you getting shot up. Like you can't do that, dog. Now, like if it's a different character, what you can do is you can mix and match. You do not have to have the 4 set. Like I don't need most of the 4 sets in this game. I care nothing about. I'm looking for these stats right here because it's more important to me. Like I need to live. I need to make my build. And what this does is allow me to make my build without me putting too many defensive things out there. However, if you are on a character where you actually positively need to do stuff like that, then by all means, you're gonna have to do that. You throw 2 HP mods up there and Spear and Shield, and then you're just as fine if that's the case. But what you want to do is you only want to have at the end of the day 2 defensive mods, and then the rest be your build for your character. But there's going to be cases and characters where you're just going to need to do that until you get strong enough to get gear that you can graduate out of that, and then you just have the 2 defense mods at that point. But you should always have the 2 defense mods there and have them scale in correlation with whatever gear that you have on. Now that you've actually done all that, let's get into the process. Because we're just talking about base. We're not even talking about all this right here or anything else like this. We're just talking about these 2 mods and pretty much getting the gear on. Now you got that out the way, you start focusing more so on what gun you want to go for. Now the official thing that ends up happening is that let's tracking off, so we don't need this anymore either. You start heading to your gun. For the most part, Thundercades will be the first thing that you will run around and build. So you want to actually start focusing on that, and then you hit the tracking and say, you know what? I need to get all these. Now, Thundercades drops individually from stages, and you can actually farm, and you can relatively do that fast. What I would do if I was you guys, you do not have to do this, but the first 2 guns that I would farm first would be Thundercades. Just to kind of like have yourself out there, and then the heck is it? Hello, go ahead. This is the most powerful gun in the game. This is the most multi-purpose gun in the game. This could be a sniper. This could be a close. It could be a shotgun. It could damn near be everything. Basically, it's the most important gun in the game. It's what you want to graduate to. However, it's one of the harder guns that in the game to actually farm towards. So you want to just do what you can within reason. Now, the reason why I'm saying that and the reason why it's hard is because you're gonna start to need to do harder content to actually get this gun. Like you see, like Hard Devourer, Obstructor, Frostwalker, and everything else like this. However, there is a guiding light to that. If you notice down here, all the way in the bottom, after all of this stuff, is Echo Swamp strategic outpost. What you can essentially do is get a farm party together, and preferably with a Sharon, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. Unless I don't remember if 83 is actually the special one. Let's see. I don't think 83 is actually the special one. Might be. It is. So you will need a Sharon for this. Unless you have a Sharon, or Sharon's your main. Get a farm party together. You can go out into chat, or if you got friends and somebody has a Sharon, you get together. You all start farming this, and get the first piece. You're talking about the polymer right there. So then you head to the second piece, and you're gonna notice that the first slot right here. I'm just giving you this is the easiest course of action right now. Because the way everybody is currently in the game, you can kind of like handle this stuff. A lot of this content is trivialized now by a lot of stronger people, so you get people to come in and just kind of like help you out, or you can just go into chat and say, hey, can somebody strong help me out with Stun and Beauty? I got a farm Enduring Legacy. You literally will get somebody who'll pop you show up like, yo, I got you, like one shot the boss or something like that. So this part right here will be a little bit harder. However, once you get stronger, you probably are going to want to start to deal with Dead Bride or Devour. They kind of Devour actually will be a little bit easier than Dead Bride in the co-op setting, depending on what kind of party you get. But you want to go after Stunning Beauty because people can kind of like one-shot Stunning Beauty at this point right now. It's not a very easy fight technically, because people will come in, they'll be like new and not know what the hell is going on. But for the most part, you might get lucky with that overall. But if you're far enough to get to Dead Brides, you may get lucky and get in the group to kind of like knock it out. But that's your second piece. Your third piece, and I do apologize, this is going to be long. This video is going to be long. Again, as you can see right here, Steroland, Abyssal Void, again, same process as the first one. Get yourself a party together, the same thing right here. This supersedes this, so you don't actually have to deal with this. And you also notice that Hangman, again, is chilling over here, again, over there for Amorphous for that. And then on the bottom, you will notice again that you have hard Abyssal Fortress. You probably want to not do that. That's going to be annoying, but head over to White Knight Gulch and then farm on that. These are all like, between 10 to 20% drops. It's going to take you a while to farm all this. So don't get too discouraged. It could happen, but once you have this gun, even that one dupe, it will carry your entire account. Like, you will never need another general round gun until they make something that's better than this. Just putting it out there right off the bat. And then from there, you can just, whatever gun feels good to you from there, going forward, you should be fine. When it comes to that, I would focus and circle on that. So gun-wise, Thunder Cage, and then go after Enduring slowly. You don't, unless you want to just be crazy and go after it immediately, and then your account is going to be God tier. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm just not even kidding. Then, and of course, whatever purple guns you got going on right now, you can rock with that as well. But the next thing you want to focus on is making sure you understand what the crystallization and energy reactor cycle is. Now, not hard to actually do this, it's just understand the cycle and making it fast for you. So the very first thing, obviously, is the murky energy. Murky energy, to easily do that, you can go into the normal, don't go into hard, go into normal for God Hints. And all you really need to do for that is go to a certain point, and you will pick it up about 5 minutes into the mission. And it'll drop between 10 to 20 of them, and then you just leave the mission and then restart it. Basically, it's going to be like a little mini boss at a platform. You go kill it, you pick it up, you'll see it pop up and say Murky Energy Rescue. That is when you are done in that instance, and that's how you farm that. Micro Gel is pretty much Echo Swamp. We were just looking at that. You want to go into hard Echo Swamp. There's usually people always farming it is going to either come from this one or this one. You can wait there every minute and kill the zone. Hopefully, if you are strong enough, you can do it alone. If you are not, you can kind of like keep swapping until you get people who are actually doing it, or ask to get help for somebody to actually do it, and they will be good that way. This is where things start to get a little bit interesting. So in order to actually do this, you notice it says Enzo on it. To get the max benefit, what you're going to have to do, which I will do with you guys right now, you're going to have to actually use Enzo. And what Enzo does is he makes the whole puzzle. He makes the whole puzzle a whole lot easier for you. So we'll head over here and I'll give you a thing that will make it easier. If you want to make things easier on yourself, to be looking around left, there is places on this map that it will automatically be there majority of the time. So we're going to go to this one first. There's 3 spots that the vault can show up in this particular area right here, and it usually is going to be 1 to 3 usually, for the most part, unless you're unlucky. And I was unlucky, or somebody's actually doing it. That DB guy who just teleported the way he's doing it, so they snatched it. Now you have this area over here where you can go over here, and then there'll be one right where the Vermilion Waste is, and then there's, well, if you go to the right side, there's going to be one to the south of the big green and to the north. So we'll head over here to see if we can get that as well. And again, I'm going to be saying this a lot. I do apologize for this being long. I have to kind of like get you guys the process and all of this. Okay, right there, like immediately, like you see, I'm literally not doing a lot. Where is it? Oh, it's over there. Head in, and again, the puzzle, Enzo makes it easier. Now you can do this with any character, but Enzo makes it easier and he gets more. All right, so we got 7 on this one, and then now I don't think that it does have a chance to pop, like sometimes it'll pop up right back in front of you, which is amazing. But it didn't pop up anything over here. So again, rotate back over here. What you want to do is you want to make yourself go out of the instance, because it'll put you in another instance. Hopefully, if there's enough people actually playing, there's a lot of people playing, and it's amazing because it'll keep pushing you into different instances. And there's just nothing over here because other people are probably doing it. Oh, no, actually, it just popped. And it's right there because it wasn't there before.
The matches just set codes that are too easy.
Now the energy reactor is kind of like the same process. All right, so now we've done that, we can move on to the 4th one. The 4th one is relatively easy. All you have to do is you're heading over to this on hard mode and this stage right here. And I'm not going to actually do it. And you want to just keep spamming the borderline of truth. And what that is going to do is that you're pretty much going to get like maybe 10 to 15 of the brains in this particular mission on hard mode. Again, not on the blue ones. I'm just showing it in general. And that's how you farm that. And then the last one is actually the easiest, believe it or not. We're gonna go head back to Albion for that. All right, so what I'll do is I'll actually we'll use Haley. Yeah, why not? This is actually the easiest because what you need is the catalyst. Now, catalysts drop for the most part in the majority of the void intercepts. However, what you can do is you can go to the weakest one, which I don't have any there. So we'll go to Stunning Beauty because Stunning Beauty, these drop from the EXP dungeon that we farm majority of the time. So you notice right there, 15% catalyst blueprint, and I have 107 of them. And then over here, when the energy reactors right there, the blueprint for that, I have 174. Well, I have 107 over here and 174 over here. So come into here, private. Why is this taking so long by myself? Hello? I guess it'll go any second. But you want to come over here. There we go. You want to come over here and you want to just actively farm this. Sometimes it may take a while. You may have to kill it 5-6 times or something like that before you actually get one, but you will get one. Like you have 100 of them that actually do most of the time. Most people have more than that, but I'm like usually always doing it to farm. And then if you have one-shot people, which Haley is definitely perfect for it. That's just what she's supposed to be for. Wait for the bar to come up. Just that simple. Now we're picking this because we're after that. If you're after the energy reactors and you got a stabilizer, you would go like bam, and then maybe you'll get one. But we're after the crystallization because I actually need them. They give me freaking Enzo face. So then you head over to here because you didn't get it. You don't care about the loot. You just want to reset all over again. You can do this with anything that like you just want the quick done. You can actually do this with void reactors out in the field too if you have enough shards to keep spamming void reactors. Just do the same thing with void reactors and build up your catalysts. You want catalysts running all the time. You're going to need them. So you just want every 7.5 hours you want the catalyst running. Bruh. I'm gonna do this one more time. Okay. I actually can't wait until they bring the trader in. Like I can't wait until they bring the trader in so I can just get rid of all the garbage that I have. I don't know, but it depends on what the trader does. It may not work kind of like how Warframe works. Like I said, be diligent because it's gonna be a point just like now where the game just won't work with you. Gonna work with me, game? Nope. But anyway, you get the gist of it. Back to the base. All right, so now that you've done all that, you are reset and probably unhappy that you reset. I forgot my Haley's level 1 right now because I reset. Now you can do a few things. There's multiple things that you can farm that will have a different outcome on what you're doing. Number one, Valby farm, which is right here in the fortress. Valby farm is interesting, especially if you have a Valby yourself, but for the most part, you're looking for another Valby to join in on, who is most likely run. Look, we have probably not a Valby farm here because two characters are literally in my face right now. The Valby farm will be over here. They'll be running around in a circle, dragging things around, and then they will actually be getting exp. It's very good because it'll get you Kuiper, and then you get a bunch of mods and weapons that you can actually break down. You can break down the mods eventually for more Kuiper, because you're going to need to farm that, because everybody needs Kuiper shards with these things up here. It sucks to actually get them. It's annoying, but everybody needs it, so you can actually farm it that way. Number two, Steroland over here in the corner is the same type of feel. Let it rock. I told you, like, I'm just gonna take you through the process, like literally in front of you manually. Just things that will help you get stronger. And somebody's actually doing it right now. So you run over to here, you know there's people who are actually going over here. I actually did a video on this before, but the same process. However, over here, you get keys for the vaults that you saw me just open up with Enzo. What the heck? Why? I see we're about to go to level 1 literally already. Level 2 rather. People should be running around here spamming. I will help out with the spam. Boss dead, reset. Somebody is usually standing right there to cause it to reset again, and then you start the whole process over again. It's very quick. Now you're picking up all this, you have the chance to get keys, Kuiper drops here, weapons and everything else drops here. Vault keys, and then bam. And then the mission starts all over again. You also get the EXP bonus, and you see I'm up to level 4 already, just that fast. Okay. Leaving out of here, you know, you dip in. If you're like one level short, like you're like level 38, 39, 40, I mean not 40, 38, 39, and you don't want to actually go in to, like, you know, Kuiper mining and do like a whole stage and then be overlapping and stuff like that. You just want to get to 39, you know, 40, and then go back to Albion, and then, you know, train your mods up. Then you can do stuff like that in the previous two. All right, so we're gonna head back again. We're gonna do number 3. Sometime today. All right, number 3. By the way, you can do all this and then have your weapons built up too during this. Magister. Magister is OP for leveling as well. Hopefully this don't take too long. Shouldn't. Bam. Instant. Love it. Magister takes less than 5 minutes. Especially if there's a bunny in there, because all you do is just run through everything and drag you along for the ride. We got 2 bunnies. How about that?
HQ here. Commence mission to recapture Magister Lab.
We're level 4 right now, so let's see where we get to level 4. Kinky Goku. Okay. Okay, sir. What I am hoping is that this will help you future-proof yourself. And by the way, this is what I do all the time. It's my process. It's how I keep my catalyst going and my energy reactors going. Is how I level everything. It's even faster to level now because they increase stuff and they give us 5 hours of EXP every day. So this whole process is even faster now. And if you continuously spam this from like 1 to 40, it takes me on average between 37 to 40 minutes to completely level. And we're already at the end. It's just loud in here. I missed that shot.
Mission complete. Thank you.
And that's it. All right, so we went from 4 to 13. How long did this take? 2 minutes and 7. Actually, you know what? I'm sorry. Wrong notes. 37 to 40 minutes is the next process. This is 35 minutes. 30 to 35 minutes. Obviously, if you got bunnies, it's even faster. If you got bunnies, it's probably like 25 minutes. 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Number 4. We're not doing it, but number 4. Steroland. Everybody loves Steroland. All right. You need 3 Sterolands of on average 13 to 15 minutes to go from 1 to 40. That's how that was, because what ends up happening is you get to level 25 basically and the first one with the EXP buff, by the way, 25. The next one you end up is vastly slower, by the way. You end up at 25 to 31. Actually, no, I'm sorry, 25 to 34, 35, and then you need just a little bit of the third one to actually finish. Obviously, you're just not gonna leave unless you're gonna be a jerk to people. So it's about on average between 45 minutes if you do 3 in a row and go all the way up to 10, basically. So that didn't used to be like that. You used to need 5. Now you only need 2.5. Obviously, you're not going to leave at the half point or anything else like that, but it's cut in half now. So you only need 2.5. So it used to take like 2 hours before. Now that it takes less than an hour, basically, which is amazing. So essentially, anybody who is saying that they can't max a character, you literally, if you in like a weekend, if you can give it like 2 or 3 hours, yes you can. Like 2 or 3 hours, like you should be able to do that if you do any of these methods and stuff like that. Like, it's just a whole lot easier, especially using the Magister Lab and block Kuiper mining. You literally could like just continuously spam as long as you have like the catalyst. But if you are doing the process to keep making sure that your catalyst is being refreshed, which, wait, did I think I did? If you keep doing the process to make sure that your catalysts are being refreshed, you're going to have catalyst to actually do this. Not counting the weapons. We're not talking about the characters right now. The weapons are you don't necessarily have to go that crazy with that right off the bat. Because when you get certain characters, I mean certain weapons, they're strong. But definitely you still need to actually reset them. And during this whole particular time, while you're doing that, your weapons are leveling too, and you should have rotating out song with your mastery, which is how I got to mastery 25 in the first place. Is I just kept rotating out and just kept leveling weapons, and then on top of that, I farmed a majority of all the characters. I purchased three. Obviously, this one because ain't nobody got time for this. I agree that this is still she's probably the easiest one to get, mind you, but it still takes a while. So I was like, I ain't got time for that. So I 100% bought her. The only ultimate that I purchased was Viesa because Viesa my homegirl. I just like her kit and everything else. That's the only ultimate I got. All the other ultimates I farmed and they ain't built, but they got farmed. Ultimate Lepic I built. You see, he only got 3 resets. I'm kind of like whatever to him. Ajax I have not built. He just got the 40. For the most part, you can see everything here. I just got characters to 40 after I farmed them and then sat them down somewhere and never looked at them again. Except Sharon, she's the other Bay. See Blair not built. Valby not built. Asimo definitely not built because I don't understand what they're doing. His kid. Enzo not built. All Enzo do is open up vaults. Luna is built because Luna's fun. She's not the most practical character in the world, but she's definitely the most fun. Bunny, obviously, built up. She's a farmer. Glay, built up. Gotta be that one-shot Glay for the bosses. Valby is hella fun. She's another farmer. Both I rotate between Bunny and Valby. Both of them are like farmers. Again, built. Kyle is the homie as well. And then pretty much that's what I just never built base Lipic. I just got him and sat him down somewhere. And then obviously Eugen from the Gluttony video. I built Eugen literally for Gluttony just so I can actually beat him and never look at him again. So, yeah. And this is with me doing it the hard way. Now, I wish I had everybody would be built here if I had the EXP stuff that we have right now. Like, y'all eating good. Y'all just are. So in process, now that you have all that out the way and you get, the building process and everything else and, why I do the things I do. You have your daily stuff here, which again, we get all of these goodies now. So just take advantage of that. Like we getting 100 Hyper Shard every day. We getting like daily catalyst, which is good. So now it's not even that much of a process to help you. And then on top of that, they're giving us part of what I just showed you. This is part of building a catalyst, basically. So all of this stuff actually helps you. Season level up. I love this outfit on Haley. Look at that motion. Haley, you a baddie. You just are. So let's talk about, again, the same type of thing like I was telling you. And for the most part, you want to go for 2 defense mods. For Haley, I only got 1 on right now. To kind of like, I'll probably get the other one on later, which is probably going to be Spear and Shield again. And I'm just working through things. You see the build kind of like, coming through right now for the best that I could possibly do at this point right now. Keep resetting, getting in, resetting and getting in. Doesn't take that long. I've been doing it like, I've been resetting, spending like a half hour and then go do something else. I've done that like the last 3 days, and that's where I'm at right now. I'm not even grinding it because you don't really need to because it's so fast. now. Um, I could see before somebody saying that I don't have time or I that's not the excuse anymore. It's just not. Like I just literally showed you on process of me like messing around right now in this video, and this video is less than 40 minutes right now. Basically, how to do it. In this 40 minutes that you're sitting here with this video, you could have reset the character already one time, and getting a catalyst on it. That's how quick it is right now. Not to mention getting mastery, not to mention leveling up your gun and stuff like that. The other thing that will actually hold you back is you need to start working on. You see, I have things built as far as mods. Not every mod. It doesn't look like that because like the top row is built, but once you start getting towards the bottom, you see that I actually don't have a lot of stuff built. I just built the stuff that I needed. And then again, farming the Kuiper shards, like I told you, and the farm, like with the Valby farm, and then the Sterile Land farm and stuff like that. And then I'm breaking down the mods that I don't need once I get to 1500, because I just don't do it. I wait until I get to 1500, and I have dupes already that have a little bit of points in them, which I purposely did. That way, even like it, so I have a dupe that I can actually use when I'm not, like this Nimble Fingers dupe right here, for example, right here. That's one of the dupes that I have that just like that's just never going to be any higher than that. That's just there to fill in when I need to want to make a build feel better while I'm leveling character, which is what I'm doing with Haley right now, because I'm trying to get you see, we have our Q down to 2.9. When this gets max, it's going to be down to like 1 point something, which means that literally it's just going to be on her Q is automatically just be ready all the time, because you're going to get the cooldown from actually using it right there for the 1 second, and it just be ready again. That also makes like all the rest of the cooldowns, like your Q, shorter. Like I had that down to 18 seconds now, so that's going to be spamming out hard. We have this down. This pretty much is going to be up all the time now as well, as long as I have mana to facilitate it. And then the same thing over here with the Z skill. So that's what I'm working out with right now. So once I get the next reset going right now, then we're gonna have Nimble Fingers, and the build is gonna feel even better, because then I'm gonna have like the spam going on right now. So that's what we're doing. I'm not gonna spend the point on this, because this is just here for every time that I have to actually make a build. Even when a new character comes in, then I'll have that. And you're gonna notice down here on the bottom that I've done that multiple places right here. That's what all these are here for. These extra dupes right here with the points in them, just to come in and make things feel better while I'm building a character, and that I'm not having to worry about me going in and picking and choosing when I need to actually do something. And then the gold mods, I kind of don't really care, because they already have max versions anyway at this point in time, and I don't really need those individual things like that. So whenever I get to 1500, just bam, I can get like, it's usually between 300 to 400k Kuiper shards that I can bring in on top of that. But now we get 100 a day, so you notice my Kuiper shards are starting to rise, when I almost used to never have any. And my gold was always good, because you reach a point where you're just not really using your gold anymore. It just is what it is. So now that you've done that, and I pretty much talked about mods again, the way that I handle this works with every single character. You definitely want the HP modification. I care nothing about shield at all, unless it's Kyle. Kyle is the only time I care about shield. I don't even care about it on Ajax. I don't really use Ajax, but even still, don't even care. Normally I'm going 2 defense mods and then going after the build. Hers is we're going to focus on chill, focus on singular, because this skill is OP, and we're going for the cooldown. So with the build is coming in, I got the HP. Hopefully I can get the spear and shield in, and it'll feel good. If not, then I might just straight up just worry about completely HP, and she's not gonna have any defense, because you notice I'm at level 13 right now, and we're almost at that magic number right now. So I don't actually need anything else HP wise. I would definitely like some more defense, because I am looking sad right now on the defense end. So I'm definitely probably gonna have to get Spear and Shield in if I can put it in. But for the most part, if I can't, then I just can't. Um, and that's just the way it goes. And I'm using the same type of thing again. She's using the same stuff Biesa is using because he has chill skill on her stuff, and then we're using the duration right here. Yeah, that's how that goes. I do need a reactor. Reactors are super easy to actually go after, but the drop actually happening is something different. So obviously we need singular. And you hit F on the main map. So we're gonna need general rounds because that's the gun I'm using, and we're gonna need chill. Singular is not this week. Dimension is. Some of the stuff that I have is dimension. So if I want to actually go ahead and actually farm in that, then I would head into this particular zone and try to kill everything in this zone. What you can essentially do if you want to is you can start to, if there is some type of depot, and you just kill the stuff in the depot over and over again, it's going to drop reactors and everything else, and then you can farm whatever amorphous is you, if it's amorphous that you can actually use for something, or you can use the amorphous if you have shards and head over to the reactor and start killing the reactor, and then trying to go after catalysts, or if there's something in the reactor that you need right there, you can kind of like multitask it. For the most part, you're looking for doing missions and just getting like the drops and everything else like that. And from there, that is up to you. So we have the character, how to level up the character. Pretty much shows you what you should focus on with guns. Your gear, basically. I think the only other thing that will actually help you out in hindsight is understanding that you're supposed to be a one-man army. You're not supposed to get carried. And what I see a lot of happening right now is a lot of people, especially with the invasion stuff, people are saying it's supposed to be a co-op game, we'll play with my friends and everything else like that. And my problem with that is that you're literally telling the world that you're bad at the game at that point. You're literally saying you can't stand on your own. I don't like that mentality. That's beta mentality. You're supposed to be alpha. Everybody's supposed to be alpha. Everybody's supposed to be good. I don't ever be like, well, like, no, everybody's supposed to be good and everybody can get good. And this video literally is supposed to be helping everybody do that. And hopefully the people who actually do the video will get more use out of all of that, because that's the whole purpose out of all this. So you throw all this together and you should be at this point right now. And the way that the current game is right now, you can do that in a weekend. One character. This is one character. You're not gonna have like my account, because I have like 700 hours and like a bunch of characters. You're not gonna have like me. But one character, not weapon being like max dupe or anything like that, but you can have this, rotate this for like Thundercades or something like that, or Tamer or something like that. So you have like one weapon, Thundercades or Tamer. Level 40, okay built, maybe 2 resets. 2 resets, you get some decent damage on that. This right here does not take hours. This literally takes the hour, basically, as long as you can get to it. For the most part, it's not. And if you can't get to like this, you can definitely, for the most part, when you're fresh in, because you'll be able to beat the first boss or the second boss. The third boss is problematic because that's Devour, and that's what starts to drop this, which this is the most important, because if you use this full set, let me show you what happens when you use the full set. Do I even have it here? I don't think I actually even have it here. Let me see if I have a character that I'm actually using it on. Yeah, this is what happens when you use it. So now I have 31,000 defense and 10k HP. Literally, invasion ain't doing a jack, nothing to you. with these stats. Nothing. Like you literally can just stand there, like you saw me do with Bunny in the other video. You just stand there. Same thing with hyper mining. And all of those defense zones, they can't one shot you. Basically, it'll take them like 7-8 hits to actually take you down. Obviously, you're fighting back and doing stuff, and hopefully, if you have these type of stats, you can get some AOE all off and get some crowd control and stuff like that. That's why this set, to me, is the best set in the game. Basically, because you could put this on any character in the game, and you'll be fine. And it's one of the easier things to actually farm, including considering especially when you see people just be beating up Devour and trying to make it look like that's like in-game content when it's not. Like people like people be one-shot Devour. Like, look at my Devour build. I one-shot Devour. They're like, you could do it too. And then you go into co-op and Devour kick your ass. Oh my god. It's the biggest lie in First Descendant. Like the first 2 weeks of First Descendant content creation is like the biggest lie. I hope y'all didn't fall for that, please. But anyway, this is like the most powerful set, and according to what type of drops you get, like bam, you got like the max HP right here. I got max MP recovery right here, and then the defense recovery, and then again this part sucks. So I'm going to Devour like literally after this video and getting rid of this because it's pissing me off. But yeah, like literally once you get to that point, that's just the third intercept boss, by the way. That's not even all the rest of them. It's the third intercept boss, and you can already get a set that you literally can use the rest of the game. I really don't think there's anything better, honestly, because it's universally good. Granted, that is the reason why I just use these two pieces, and then I change these two pieces out and go for less defense. As long as I can get the defense up to like 10k, then I'm just happy with that. Obviously, if you want to be more safe, you use all of it. Use all of it. Just go ahead. Go ahead. Do you. I consider this just the OP set in general, and the better stats that you have on it, in general. Character-wise, I think it's up to you at this point. I can't tell you what character would be the best character for you to actually use. I know what my favorite is. My favorite is Viesa. I use Viesa damn near for everything. However, I have the most fun on Luna.
Are you excited to be here at my show?
And Sharon.
The Vulgars can't see me. Why? Because I extend their blind spot.
Sharon is messed up for the simple fact that Sharon can hit whatever she wants through things. Once I figured that out, that she can do that with the blade beam build that I made, and her ultimate hits through things, I literally just play with that character all the time. And then I give her the same gear that I just showed you, and she just don't die. If I get hit by stuff and I feel like I'm in danger, I vanish. I just vanish, and then freaking nuke somebody. It's hilarious how good she is, and she's really slept on. But the last thing that I will focus on, that we talked about all this, and my voice is actually failing now because I talked so long, is inversion reinforcement. And just one thing in inversion reinforcement, because everything else I literally just kind of like whatever. You can kind of just pick for whatever you want. However, inverted defibrillation. This is the best thing in here, because what it does is gives you a free get out of jail card, or get out of jail free card. If hit while at 10% HP or less and do not die, grants inverted defibrillation. Consumes all MP to recover HP proportional to the amount of MP recovered. And the effective circuit guarantees HP recovery between 20 to 50% on cooldown 25 seconds. This is amazing. This actually have saved me many a time since I cut this on. It's never not going to be cut on because it's an amazing skill. So you have all of that defense that just showed you with the Annihilation set and this. You have no business dying. Like, no business dying. Make your builds after that and everything else like that. Doesn't matter what character it is, as long as you have these particular things, you'll be fine. And everything. This is future proof. Obviously, this is going to go away, but everything else I showed you in the video is just all future proof. Like, it basically is like how you go from there and how you go about getting whatever guns that you want to be built. Remember, on my account, my only gun that I am using that I have necessarily built is Enduring Legacy. I don't have any other gun built. This is duped, but it's not built. I showed this in the previous video. Like, it's like half-ass built. I'm not even worried about it. It's just there to, like, you know, do like maybe 3-4 million damage and put it away, basically. Like, I'm gonna build it eventually. It's just not that important to me right now because Enduring just carries the load for everything, basically, at this point. I'm gonna build other guns eventually. It's just I just don't have the I guess the illness to actually do it right now. Like, it just doesn't feel that important. But hopefully this will help you guys, and you guys can get on to the point where none of this stuff will actually be a danger to you, because there's nothing in this game that's really a danger besides gluttony. Gluttony is the only a-hole in this game right now. Invasions are not hard at all, especially when you have this type of stuff. And it's not because I played mad hours. It's just that it's literally because of this. You're looking at why Invasion is not hard. So hopefully you guys can get this type of stuff. I've been helping people farm Devour too, because I was doing that last night. I was doing it today, and people, I literally had, like, dog, I didn't even know that it was like this. Like, I literally had a bunch of people. Like, I had a Discord call with like at least 30, 40 people. Like, more and more people just kept coming in, and they, like, dog, we didn't even, like, people just literally tell me they didn't understand that this set was as strong as it is in this game, and that they could do this type of stuff with the setup and everything else like this. And then again, it's just all about information. If you have the information, then you'd be fine. I think it was that people were just lacking the information, and panicking because something was being thrown out there that's hard, and you were not understanding because you had to face it on your own, basically. So I know this was long-winded. I apologize, but I wanted to actually show this process long-winded. I could have made it faster in certain ways, but you need to understand. You just need to understand. So there won't be anybody with any excuse anymore. If you don't have one character strong, it's just because you just didn't sit down for a day and did it. And notice I said a day. One day. That means that you just didn't sit down for a day and make your character strong, because that's how long it takes now. One day. Granted, it wasn't like that before. You would probably have to spend like maybe 4 or 5 days, like, to get one character strong. But it's a day now. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace.